All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon BIMSTEC countries to tackle COVID-19 pandemic unitedly. Uttar Pradesh government lifts Corona curfew from all districts barring Lucknow, Gorakhpur, Saharanpur and Meerut. 5-level unlock process to begin today in Maharashtra. Delhi to also relax lockdown from today. Central team to visit Cyclone Yas affected districts of West Bengal today. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri says more than 90 lakh people facilitated under Vande Bharat mission so far. Income Tax Department to launch its new e-filing portal www.incometax.gov.in today. Indian Coast Guard rescues an ailing South Korean captain of a ship off Goa coast. Monsoon covers entire northeast, also advances to some more areas in Maharashtra, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. India to take on Bangladesh in 2023 AFC Asia Cup joint qualifiers in Doha today. And in tennis, Serena Williams knocked out of French Open. Roger Federer pulls out of the tournament. In the wake of COVID-19, we appeal to our listeners not to lower their guard and stay safe and protected by following these 4 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene, and get vaccinated. For providing COVID-related information and guidance to the people, national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 are operational. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauded the enhanced regional cooperation amongst BIMSTEC member countries and called for a united fight to tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral, Technical and Economic Cooperation, also known as BIMSTEC, is a sub-regional grouping comprising Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Thailand. In his message, the Prime Minister acknowledged the progress made by the grouping on several fronts in recent years. He stressed the need to continue to work together in the fight against the pandemic. Mr. Modi said BIMSTEC Day was marked amidst a difficult phase of the COVID pandemic. He said it is an unprecedented challenge and a testing time for all. The Prime Minister also expressed his appreciation for enhanced regional cooperation under BIMSTEC framework, which was intensified substantially in the recent years. He highlighted the progress that has been made on several fronts, including the finalization of the BIMSTEC Master Plan for Transport Connectivity and the text of the BIMSTEC Charter. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar also stressed on the enormous potential of Bay of Bengal cooperation. He said it helps bridge South and Southeast Asia and also contributes to Act East and Indo-Pacific policies. The nation continues to march strongly on its path of COVID recovery with a gradual decrease in total number of active cases. For the 10th consecutive day, the number of new daily cases remained much below the 2 lakh figure. In the past 24 hours, over 1,89,000 COVID patients successfully recovered from the disease, whereas in the same time span, 1,14,460 new cases were recorded nationwide. The number of new cases reported is the lowest in the last 2 months. With this, the recovery rate in the country has further improved to stand at 93.67%. The cumulative share of active COVID-19 cases in the country continues to witness a consistent decline and comprises nearly 5.13% of the total reported cases.
India has crossed a major landmark with administration of more than 23 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccine to the beneficiaries so far. The Union Health Ministry has informed that more than 33,53,000 vaccine doses were given in the country in the last 24 hours. Out of this, nearly 30 lakh beneficiaries were vaccinated with the first dose, whereas around 3,53,000 beneficiaries received their second dose of the vaccine. The cumulative figure of vaccine doses administered under the largest vaccination drive in the world now stands at over 23 crore 13 lakh. The central government has so far provided more than 24 crore vaccine doses to states and union territories through free of cost and direct state procurement category. Of this, the total consumption, including wastages, is 22 crore 96 lakh 95,199 doses. More than 1 crore 63 lakh COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states and union territories to be administered. As part of the nationwide vaccination drive, the centre has been supporting the states and union territories by providing them COVID vaccines free of cost. In addition, the central government has also been facilitating direct procurement of vaccines by the states and union territories.
The lockdown in Delhi will continue with more relaxations from today. The national capital has been under COVID lockdown since April. As the number of cases started dipping, Delhi government had begun the unlock process last week. As per the new guidelines, private offices will be allowed to function with 50% of the staff between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Group A staff of government offices will be allowed to function with 100% and Group B with 50% staff. Those working in essential services like healthcare, police, prisons, civil defense, fire and emergency services will be allowed to work without any restrictions. We have more from our correspondent.
As per the new relaxations, Delhi Metro services will begin operations with 50% seating capacity. All malls, markets and market complexes except weekly markets will open between 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on odd-even basis. All standalone shops, neighborhood shops and shops in residential complexes will be permitted to open on all days without any distinction of essential and non-essential goods and services. Delivery of all type of goods through e-commerce will be allowed on production of valid identity card issued by the employer and company. With Dipendra Kumar, Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
The Uttar Pradesh government has lifted the corona curfew from all districts of the state barring 4. The restrictions has been relaxed in 71 districts as the number of active cases in these districts are less than 600. The curfew will continue to remain in force in 4 districts: Lucknow, Gorakhpur, Saharanpur and Meerut. More from our correspondent.
The 4 districts where restrictions named as COVID curfew will continue are Gorakhpur, Meerut, Saharanpur and state capital Lucknow. In the rest of the 71 districts, the active COVID cases are less than 600 now and shops will open in these districts from 7 a.m. in the morning to 7 p.m. in the evening. Weekend curfew and night curfew will continue as usual in all districts of the state. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will take the decision about the COVID curfew in these 4 districts where active cases are more than 600. Meanwhile, Chief Minister has instructed officials to keep an eye over the COVID situation in Kanpur district, where more than 100 new patients were found in last 24 hours. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The Uttar Pradesh government has set a target to vaccinate 10 crore people in the months of June, July and August. UP has also become the first state in the country to inoculate more than 31 lakh youths. As part of mass vaccination drive, special camps will be organized for women of the state from today so that they can be vaccinated on priority basis. In every district, at least 2 special camps will be organized for women. This is being done in the wake of the impending danger of the 3rd wave of COVID, so that women who remain close to children should become safe from the danger of getting infected. The government is already giving preference to parents whose children are less than 12 years of age. To achieve the target to inoculate 10 crore people in 3 months, the state government will give training to 1 lakh vaccinators. Some districts will be marked on certain parameters and 100% vaccination will be done in these districts on priority basis. In Bihar, month-long lockdown will come to an end today. The decision about extension or relaxation will be taken today in meeting of Crisis Management Group headed by Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. Feedback of district magistrates of all districts have been taken about lockdown.
As Maharashtra gears up for a 5-level unlocking from its Break the Chain initiative, the state issued a fresh notification for Navi Mumbai and Thane's unlocking process that will begin today. A notification issued put Thane and Navi Mumbai civic areas in level 2 of the state government's 5-level plan to ease restrictions from today based on the weekly positivity rate and the occupancy of oxygen beds. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
A notification issued on Sunday by State Authority Mumbai in Level 3 of Maharashtra Government's 5-level plan to ease coronavirus-induced restrictions from today based on the weekly positivity rate and occupancy of oxygen beds. The Level 3 areas are those where the positivity rate is between 5% and 10% or more than 40% of beds with oxygen are occupied. The latest figures have marked the positivity rate in Mumbai at 5.3%. Based on the new rules, Mumbai's local trains will not be open to the public for now. However, all the shops and establishments dealing with essential items will be allowed to function till 4 p.m. on all days. Government offices will function with 50% of the capacity. Bhavna Gokhale, AIR News, Mumbai.
The Odisha government has launched a doorstep delivery service for oxygen concentrators. Launching the online service, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik said that this will further strengthen the state's preparedness against present and future waves of COVID-19. The home delivery service for oxygen concentrators will be available in 5 major cities of the state in the first phase. More from our Bhubaneswar correspondent.
In yet another step towards meeting the oxygen demand of the COVID-19 patients in Odisha, Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan yesterday dedicated an oxygen cylinder initiative by a voluntary organization in Jharsuguda in Odisha to the virtual platform. On the occasion, the minister said, in order to address the shortage in medical manpower in the state, there is a need to increase seats in the existing medical colleges while setting up more such medical colleges in Odisha. Meanwhile, the test positivity rate in the state has further declined below 10% over the last few days, bringing the total COVID-19 active caseload further down to a little over 78,000 as of now. Dinesh Chandradas, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
A coastal hamlet called Kovalam near Chennai is attempting to become the first fully vaccinated village in Tamil Nadu. A few NGOs in its neighborhood have joined hands to motivate the villagers by offering catchy prices through lucky dips while taking the vaccine. The prizes on the card include refrigerators, washing machines, mobile phones and two-wheelers. A report from our correspondent.
Vaccines are richly rewarding in the global fight against the COVID pandemic, but vaccine reluctance or being indifferent to it due to lack of awareness are two of the main barriers in creating effective immunity against the novel virus. To break the barriers, a few trusts in Kovalam on the scenic beachfront have pooled together their resources to evoke interest in vaccination. They give instant rewards to those who come for the judge by distributing biryanis on the spot and also by promising very attractive lucky dips with durable consumer goods and two-wheelers as the catch. Before launching the initiative, just about 50 out of the over 6,000 people had their vaccines. After the initiative, the number of those who have registered for the shots has gone up to more than 500. For the inhabitants of the serene village, it pays to get a vaccine, not only medically but also materially. In the process, it also serves to create herd immunity against the global scourge. Jasim, AIR News, Chennai.
The Railways has created a record by delivering more than 26,281 tons of liquid medical oxygen to 15 states across the country. The Railways Ministry said it is continuing the journey of bringing relief by delivering medical oxygen to various states, and so far 376 Oxygen Express have completed their mission. The ministry said oxygen relief by Oxygen Express reached out to 15 states, namely Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, Telangana, Punjab, Kerala, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand and Assam. Talking to AIR News, Dr. J.S. Titial, Professor and Head Dr. R.P. Center for Ophthalmic Sciences, AIIMS, New Delhi, said,
जहाँ तक कैटरेक्ट सर्जरी का सवाल है, यदि कैटरेक्ट सिग्निफिकेंट है, उससे आपको कॉम्प्लिकेशन हो रहा है, तो सर्जरी बिना वैक्सीनेशन के भी हो सकती है. लेकिन आप वैक्सीनेशन ले रहे हैं, तो हम चाहते हैं कि वैक्सीनेशन का पूरा असर आ जाए. तो नॉर्मली हम वेट करते हैं दोनों वैक्सीनेशन डोज होने के बाद करीब 4 से 6 हफ्ते रुक करके हम ऑपरेशन के लिए मरीजों को बताते हैं. यदि आपको कोविड बीमारी हो गई हो, तो अभी जो नया रेगुलेशन आया है, करीब आपको 40 दिन रुकने पड़ेंगे कोई भी ऑपरेशन कराने के लिए। तो ये कैटरेक्ट सर्जरी के लिए भी लागू होता है। करीब करीब 6 हफ्ते जो है वेट करना चाहिए वैक्सीनेशन के बाद या फिर कोविड बीमारी से ठीक होने के बाद।
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon BIMSTEC countries to tackle COVID-19 pandemic unitedly. Uttar Pradesh government lifts corona curfew from all districts barring Lucknow, Gorakhpur, Saharanpur and Meerut. 5-level unlock process to begin today in Maharashtra. Delhi to also relax lockdown from today. Central team to visit Cyclone Yas affected districts of West Bengal today. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri says more than 90 lakh people facilitated under Vande Bharat mission so far. Income Tax Department to launch its new e-filing portal www.incometax.gov.in today. Indian Coast Guard rescues an ailing South Korean captain of a ship off Goa coast. Monsoon covers entire northeast, also advances to some more areas in Maharashtra, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. India to take on Bangladesh in 2023 AFC Asia Cup joint qualifiers in Doha today. And in tennis, Serena Williams knocked out of French Open. Roger Federer pulls out of the tournament. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे।
Welcome back to the morning news on All India Radio. A 7-member central team headed by a Joint Secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, is visiting West Bengal to make an on-spot assessment of the damage caused by the cyclone Yas. The team is scheduled to visit Purba, Medinipur and South 24 Parganas today. They will also be holding review meetings with the district administration. Tomorrow, the central team will meet the officials of the Disaster Management and Finance Department at the State Secretariat. The team will submit a final report to the Ministry of Home Affairs. It may be recalled that very severe cyclone Yas had made its landfall in Odisha on the 26th of May, and the coastal areas of West Bengal were severely damaged due to its effect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi conducted an aerial survey of the cyclone-affected area of West Bengal on the 28th of May and later held a review meeting at Kalaikunda Air Base in Paschim Medinipur. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that more than 90 lakh people have been facilitated under the Vande Bharat mission so far. The Vande Bharat mission was started in early May last year to evacuate Indians stranded abroad due to coronavirus-induced travel restrictions. In a tweet, Mr. Puri said that the Vande Bharat mission has been a learning experience. He said world's largest repatriation mission, Vande Bharat mission, has been a learning experience and has given us a template for managing missions of this magnitude in the future. The minister also informed that 3,479 people returned to India under the Vande Bharat mission yesterday.
The Income Tax Department will today launch its new e-filing portal, www.incometax.gov.in. The new e-filing portal is aimed at providing convenience and a modern, seamless experience to taxpayers. Our correspondent reports that taxpayers will be able to proactively update their profile to provide certain details of income including salary, house property and profession, which will be used in pre-filling their ITR. More details from our correspondent.
The new taxpayer-friendly portal is integrated with immediate processing of income tax returns and quick refunds to taxpayers. All interactions and uploads or pending actions will be displayed on a single dashboard for follow-up action by the taxpayer. Free of cost ITR preparation software is available with interactive questions to help taxpayers. The new tax payment system will be launched on 18th June this year after the advance tax installment date to avoid any taxpayer inconvenience. The mobile app will also be released subsequent to the initial launch of the portal to enable taxpayers to get familiar with the various features. Suparna Seika, IIR News, Delhi.
The Indian Coast Guard, ICG, has successfully conducted a swift sea-air coordinated medical evacuation of Goa. The Maritime Rescue Coordination Centre, Mumbai, received a message that master of MT Elim ship, a 50-year-old South Korean national, was suffering from severe lethargy, left-hand paralysis and low blood pressure. ICG ship C-158 sailed out from Goa. For speedy evacuation of the patient, ICG Chetak helicopter was deployed from the Coast Guard Air Enclave, Goa. Braving gusting monsoon winds, the helicopter reached the vessel and airlifted the patient. The patient was shifted to a hospital in Vasco, Goa, where his condition is reported to be stable.
In Ladakh, All India Radio is a way of life. AIR Leh is not just a medium of information, entertainment and education, but also helps in providing many youngsters an opportunity to earn their pocket money. AIR Leh is the only medium serving in Ladakhi language with maximum reach across the length and breadth of Leh. Many individuals are associated with the AIR Leh to showcase their talent to the world. On the occasion of the Golden Jubilee year of All India Radio Leh, our correspondent has filed this story.
Till recently, Leh Ladakh had very limited opportunities with minimal media for entertainment in Ladakhi language, as this part of the country remains cut off for nearly half of the year due to harsh winter and closed roads. All the avenues and job opportunities too remain closed. In such condition, AIR is the only medium that gives talented people an opportunity to express themselves, to entertain or to share their excellence in a particular field. Lobsang Dolma is one such talented singer who entertained the scores of audience and earned herds and livelihood as well.
जब मैं पढ़ाई कर रही थी तब ग्रेजुएशन तक मैंने रेडियो में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स मुझे बहुत सारे मिले और उन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के थ्रू मुझे फाइनेंशियली बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प मिला अपनी स्टडीज़ को कंप्लीट करने की। तो जब मैं छोटी थी तब चिल्ड्रन प्रोग्राम्स में बहुत ज़्यादा गाना गाया है। उसके बाद थनम मेलोंग डिग्रीम, जुनूगु ने डिग्रीम और दत्ता नांगजी ने डिग्रीम, ये सारे प्रोग्राम्स में मैंने अपने साथियों के साथ बहुत सारे गाने गाए हैं। इस मीडिया के माध्यम से मैं ऑल इंडिया रेडियो ले को थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगी।
With Ramesh Chandra, this is Phuntsog Wangmo reporting from Leh Ladakh.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on the 27th of this month. It will be the 78th episode of the monthly radio program. The Prime Minister has invited people to share their ideas on topics he should address on the coming episode of the program. People can share their views in the Namo app or MyGov Open Forum. They can also dial the toll-free number 1800-117800 and record their message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions to the Prime Minister. Coming to the world of sports, in tennis, second seed Daniil Medvedev of Russia stormed into the French Open men's singles quarterfinals for the first time and will clash with Greek fifth seed Stefanos Tsitsipas for a place in the last four. World number 46 Spaniard Davidovich Fokina reached his first Grand Slam quarterfinal with a victory over Federico Del Boni of Argentina. Indian player Rohan Bopanna and his Croatian partner Franco Skuor reached the quarterfinals. The Indo-Croatian pair will now face Pablo Andujar and Pedro Martinez in the quarterfinals today.
And now some other news from the world of sports.
Indian football team will take on Bangladesh in the FIFA World Cup 2022 qualifier match at Jasim bin Hamad Stadium in Qatar. As India is already out of reckoning for the third round of FIFA World Cup 2022 qualifiers, it would aim to finish third in their group to gain automatic qualification to the last round of AFC Asian Cup 2023 qualifiers. For that, they will have to win both of their remaining matches against Bangladesh and Afghanistan. In cricket, the Indian men's team in England has begun training in Southampton after a strict quarantine for 3 days days. Ravindra Jadeja, Mohammad Siraj, Cheteshwar Pujara and other players did some practice yesterday. Virat Kohli-led Team India will play World Test Championship final against New Zealand from 18th June, followed by 5-match Test series against England in Nottingham. And as the countdown has begun to the Olympic Games starting from 23rd July, players are busy preparing for the Games with intense zeal. 100 sports persons, 56 men and 44 women from India have so far qualified for 14 events. After hockey, highest 15 players have qualified from shooting, followed by 14 from athletics. Neeraj Chopra and Shivpal Singh in athletics, Mirabai Chanu in weightlifting, Vinesh Phogat, Bajrang Punia and Deepak Punia in wrestling, and Amit Panghal, Vikas Yadav, Manish Kaushik, Pooja Rani and MC Mary Kom in boxing are India's biggest medal hope. While India is expecting more than one medal in shooting, wrestling and boxing, athletics, hockey and badminton may also get some medals. Tripti Srivastava, Sports Desk.
The India Meteorological Department, IMD, has informed that the southwest monsoon has further advanced into central Arabian Sea, covering several parts of the country, including the entire northeastern region. Monsoon has also advanced in some more parts of Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Bay of Bengal. It has also advanced in the entire parts of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, entire northeastern states and most parts of sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim. Due to the strengthening of southwesterly winds and a cyclonic circulation over sub-Himalayan West Bengal and neighbourhood, fairly widespread to widespread rainfall activity is likely over northeastern states and adjoining East India during the next 4 to 5 days.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital, Delhi, will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Minimum temperature was 26 degrees and the maximum may go up to 40 degrees Celsius. Mumbai is likely to have rain or thunder showers towards evening or night. Chennai will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will vary between 27 and 36 degrees. Kolkata will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Jammu will have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards evening or night. The minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 40 degrees. Srinagar will have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Leh is likely to have a mainly clear sky. Minimum and maximum temperature will be between 10 and 23 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will also have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 18 and 38 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 38 degrees. In Chandigarh, the sky will be partly cloudy.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. All the dailies have covered their front page headlines with the falling COVID cases and more relaxations of the lockdown in the country. The Tribune reports at 1.14 lakh daily cases, lowest in 2 months, Centre to ramp up pediatric infra. The Indian Express leads with the headline, as states step up chorus, Centre willing to rethink takeover vaccine procurement. The Economic Times notes, companies offer deep discounts on beverages, snacks to clear shelves to offset impact on demand amid lockdown. Private universities offer 6-year BTech after class 10th, reports the Times of India, clearing the clutter of almost half a dozen exams. The Hindu writes, Punjab, Tamil Nadu and Kerala top education index ranking as the states scored higher than 90% in the Education Ministry's performance grading index. And finally, Hindustan Times cites the story of 28-year-old Sifan Hassan running the 10,000 meters in 29 minutes 6.82 seconds under the headline, Dutch athlete Hassan breaks 10,000 meter world record.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon BIMSTEC countries to tackle COVID-19 pandemic unitedly. Uttar Pradesh government lifts corona curfew from all districts barring Lucknow, Gorakhpur, Saharanpur and Meerut. 5-level unlock process to begin today in Maharashtra. Delhi to also relax lockdown from today. Central team to visit cyclone Yas affected districts of West Bengal today. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri says more than 90 lakh people facilitated under Vande Bharat mission so far. Income Tax Department to launch its new e-filing portal www.incometax.gov.in today. Indian Coast Guard rescues an ailing South Korean captain of a ship off Goa coast. Monsoon covers entire northeast, also advances to some more areas in Maharashtra, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. India to take on Bangladesh in 2023 AFC Asia Cup joint qualifiers in Doha today. And in tennis, Serena Williams knocked out of French Open. Roger Federer pulls out of the tournament. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.